Click the bell, turn on all notifications, and subscribe for around-the-clock WWE news in real time. The home of the most consistent and dedicated breaking news in WWE, Seanzviewent, is here for you. Like, comment, and share today.
13 years. Yes, it has been 13 years of the brash and the brazen. I was notified of this yesterday. Sean, do you know that it's been 13 years that you've been on YouTube? 13 years of hard work, dedication, hustle, loyalty, respect. 13 years of blood, sweat, and tears. 13 years of climbing the ladder because of you. Not because of me, because you have watched, you have decided to click, you have decided to like, and you have decided to become a channel member to help save and secure my future. The reason I've been on here for 13 years is because of each and every one of you that have brought me to this point, that have brought me this far. I say thank you. Because sure, anybody can upload a video. Anybody can make a video. But it's another when somebody actually watches your video, when somebody actually views your content, when somebody actually gives a damn about you. That's what it is all about. That's what it all boils down to. And I want to thank you for 13 years here on YouTube.com. And it is just the beginning. It is just the start now that I celebrate 13 years officially on this very website. Well, now it's 13 years and a day. Now, remember to become a channel member. Click that bell. Turn on all notifications. Now, let's get into what you've really come here for. Let's come and tell you exactly where we get your thoughts, your comments. We get your interaction because this is the place to do it. This is the platform. Here's to another 13 years to all of you. And I'm going to bring all of you on this ride with me. Now that we got all that out of the way, we got one more last Raw. We got one more final Monday Night Raw before WrestleMania 41. But first, before we get to next week's last Raw before WrestleMania, what did you think about Raw last night? Were you for it? Were you against it? Did you like it? Was there anything that stood out? Was there anything that struck you? What do you think about the WrestleMania card now that it's pretty much all complete? What do you think about the WrestleMania card? Is it strong? Is it weak? Is it decent? Could it be better? First off, I want your opinions and your review. I want your review, your analysis of Raw last night. Was it cloudy? Was it rainy? Was it sunny? Was it drizzly? Was it fire? Was it hot? Was it a scorcher? Or was it a dud? Or was it mediocre? Or could have it been better? And then I want your thoughts on the WrestleMania card. Because now I think there's, 10 matches? 5 matches on one night, 5 matches the next night. It seems like that's the way it's going to go. Rey Mysterio. Now, here's the thing. Rey Mysterio versus Chad Gable. We all know it's Chad Gable under the mask, so I'm not even going to say the Americana. We all know it's Chad Gable under that mask. As much as that does not scream WrestleMania, you want to know the thing about that match? It's probably going to be the match of the night. It may be the match of the entire 2 nights, to be honest with you, because it's going to be high flying, it's going to be agile, it's going to be shock. This is going to be the dark horse of the night. Even though, again, this match could easily. Here's my problem with this WrestleMania card. Any of these matches could be on a Raw or a SmackDown. That's not what WrestleMania is supposed to be. WrestleMania is supposed to be huge, the spectacle, the granddaddy of them all, and many matches. Listen, I'm not saying it's not going to be good. It could be way better than we were anticipating. It could be a lot better than we're thinking going in. I know right now the expectations for people are not at an all-time high. A lot of people are on the fence about it. A lot of people are debating it. A lot of people are questioning this year's WrestleMania. Listen, it is stacked with great future Hall of Fame names. You got John Cena, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Seth Rollins. Your Rey Mysterio's on there, who's already a Hall of Famer. You got Gunther on there, and, popular stars like Jey Uso. I mean, this card is loaded and it is stacked. Make no mistake about it. I'm not debating. I'm not doubting that, not by a long shot. However, if you compare it to WrestleManias gone by, that's where you can't do that. You just cannot compare it to other WrestleManias because match-wise, it's just not going to match up. You got to understand, we don't have an Undertaker. We don't have a Shawn Michaels. We don't have a Triple H. We don't have a Brock Lesnar. This card could have really benefited somebody of the name of a Brock Lesnar or a massive Hall of Famer like Stone Cold Steve Austin. Now, that's not to say that Stone Cold won't show up at WrestleMania. It's just that he won't be in a match. This card is definitely not benefiting from the fact that Kevin Owens is not there. Randy Orton is not on the card. We don't have an opponent. We don't know if Randy Orton's even going to be at WrestleMania now that Kevin Owens is out for the next 2 to 5 years with a neck injury, and now that Kevin Owens needs neck surgery. I don't know, guys. There's a lot of different variations here, but it all comes down to your thoughts, your comments. It all comes down to your opinions at the end of the day. Now, if I'm Seanzviewent Entertainment and I'm looking at that Raw last night, I'd say it was decent weather. It was a decent Monday Night Raw last night. That is the word I would use. Decent, but it had its moments. You know what I'm saying? It had its moments. And then you didn't have John Cena on Raw last night. And supposedly John Cena is not going to be on Raw next week either. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, viewers, fans. And even my cat is meowing in the background. Even my cat was sad by what we're getting and what we're seeing and what we're receiving. But maybe with the final Raw to go, the WWE can all turn it around potentially. Perhaps. Or is it too late? Is it too late, viewers, fans, and subscribers? So, ladies and gentlemen, here's what it looks like. The United States Championship will be on the line. LA Knight versus Jacob Fatu. An Intercontinental title match, fatal four-way. Braun Baker, Finn Balor, Penta, and Dominic Mysterio. AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. Jade Cargill versus Naomi. The WWE Women's Tag Team titles will be up for grabs. Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez in a gauntlet match. Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americana. Gunther versus Jey Uso. CM Punk versus Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns. Cody Rhodes versus John Cena. Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte Flair. Io Sky versus Bianca Belair versus Rhea Ripley. The triple threat match is finally finalized. The triple threat match has finally been made. Speaking about being made, ladies and gentlemen, according to rumors, according to gossip online, according to speculation, with the graphicness, with the violence, with the blood, with the brutality that WWE Raw on Netflix had last week between Gunther and Jimmy Uso, there's been a lot of rumors. There's been a lot of talk. There's been a lot of craze online. Netflix has been blocking out. They have been editing. They have been blacking out. They have been censoring a lot of content. Now there's a lot of rumors and speculation. Could Raw and their deal with Netflix be dropped or be canceled due to all the blood and the brutality, and now that Netflix is censoring it and Netflix doesn't want any of it? Should Raw remain on Netflix, or should Raw return to the USA Network? Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions on that. A lot of folks, a lot of people, a lot of people that watch Raw on Netflix are none too happy with it being cut short, with the fans' chants even now being edited out and replaced with "This is awesome." This is unbelievable, guys. Absolutely unbelievable. Just when you think it couldn't get any worse, it becomes perverse. Fans are ripping Tony Hinchcliffe's Raw commentary debut as a total disaster. Yes, we had we had Tony Hinchcliffe on Raw commentary last night, and some say, well, that could have been a lot better. We got breaking news on WrestleMania 41. It would appear as if that The Rock's current WrestleMania 41 status at this stage, with just under 2 weeks to go, literally under 2 weeks to go, The Rock's status for WrestleMania 41 is just this. It is still unclear. Can you believe it? It is still unclear. The great one, The Rock, the most electrifying man in all of entertainment. It is still unclear at this stage of the game. Is it going to be a shock? Is it going to be a surprise? You know, if John Cena's not going to show up for the next Raw, the final Raw, shouldn't The Rock be there? Shouldn't The Rock show up? Shouldn't The Rock say something? Why isn't The Rock's name even be mentioned during this whole Cody Rhodes scenario? John Cena and The Rock were the ones that turned heel together. Gunther shades The Undertaker over coaching skills. I have more experience than Taker. Wait a minute, is this going to perhaps lead to something? Gunther, The Undertaker, is there something to this? Is there more to Gunther and The Undertaker than meets the eye? Remember, The Undertaker did say he would be open for one more match. If it was the right wrestler, the right storyline, the right angle, the right money, he would be open to one more match in WWE would the Phenom, the Conscience, The Undertaker. And what better person than Gunther to go after? J.D. McDonough drops in an emotional message amid his WWE comeback, the comeback of McDonough. Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions. Ricky Saints, the former Ricky Starks of AEW, reveals the toll of his AEW hiatus prior to his move to the WWE. Are you a fan of the new and established Ricky Saints? Braun Breaker's real-life girlfriend reacts to his spear. And what a hellacious spear. What a devastating spear. What a super spear from Braun Breaker on Carlito on Raw last night. Perhaps the greatest spear I have ever seen. Unbelievable, guys. Absolutely unbelievable. And, yeah, Braun Breaker's girlfriend actually reacted to this situation. And boy, that was one of the most hellacious spears, one of the most devastating spears you will see in WWE history. Harley Cameron reveals the real story behind her name. It's a mix of chaos and crushes. The WWE Raw main event segment is being slammed and ranted and picked apart online for dragging out as the crowd tuned out of it. Your thoughts, your comments, and yeah, they kind of lost it, guys. They kind of lost it towards the end there. It could have been cut a lot shorter, and that's a lot of people's complaints about Raw last night was that ending segment. Popular WWE show expanding from Peacock to YouTube for international viewing. Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions on that. Saraya pulls out of a scheduled appearance due to an illness. Or is it really the fact that Saraya is going to turn into Paige and then Paige returns to the WWE? Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions on that. Comedian Bert, who does stand-up comedy, spotted at Raw as we saw last night, but he took a picture with the game Triple H. Big E calls out Kofi Kingston for cropping him out of the WrestleMania tribute photo when Kofi Kingston became the WWE champion at WrestleMania 35. Yeah, Kofi Kingston edited out Big E. He cropped him out. He blanked him out. He AI'd him out of the photo. Unbelievable. A whole new heel heat. Wow. AEW Dynasty, as strong and as good as it was, AEW Dynasty faced major backstage changes right before showtime. Jeez, is Vince McMahon working there? Is Vince McMahon backstage in AEW? Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions. All these backstage developments, all these changes. John Cena is set for a record-breaking moment at WrestleMania 41. Win or lose, history will be made with John Cena at WrestleMania 41 in what will be a record-breaking moment. It will be an astonishing moment. Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions. We keep you glued to your screens because that's what it's all about. Keep it locked on hourly for the hottest, the latest, and the greatest. Thank you for 13 years because there's plenty more in the tank. Subscribe.